We're about to get into something that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it really gets you thinking about who you are. It's a fascinating and, let's be honest, a pretty unsettling idea.
So let's just jump right in. I want you to really think about this for a second. If someone could literally go into your brain and edit your past, how would you know? What would that little red flag even look like?
And here's the simple and kind of terrifying answer. You probably wouldn't. At all. There's no alarm bell that goes off, no little error message in your brain. The fake memory would just, well, it would just be your memory.
Okay, so why? Why wouldn't you? You know? Well, it's because the way most of us think about memory is probably just wrong. We're not dealing with perfect recordings here, we're talking about stories. Stories that can be changed.
See, a manipulated memory would feel 100% real, because honestly, every memory you have is already a kind of reconstruction. Your brain isn't a video camera, right? It's more like a storyteller. It's always trying to weave a narrative that makes sense of your life, smoothing over the gaps, updating things. So an edit wouldn't feel like a bug, it would just feel like the latest version of the story.
We all kind of love this myth that our memory is this perfect, secure vault. But the reality? It's way, way messier. It's much more like a living document, something you're constantly editing to fit who you are today. So if someone was skillful enough, their changes wouldn't feel like an attack, it would just become the new, official version of you.
So if it's all that seamless, are we just completely lost? Is there any way to spot something weird? Well, maybe. You're not looking for a big error message, but you might be able to spot these tiny little glitches in the story your mind is telling you.
So what would these little red flags even be? You might notice, weird, unexplainable gaps in your own stories. Or maybe everyone else remembers a huge event completely differently than you do. And then there's the big one, that deep gut feeling when you think about something you supposedly did and it's just, that doesn't feel like me at all.
But just when you think you might have some tools to check your own reality, this is where the rabbit hole gets so much deeper. Because even those little clues, that feeling of doubt, it might not be what you think it is.
And this is where it stops being just psychology and starts getting really, really unsettling. What if the person doing the manipulating was so good, they actually planned for you to be skeptical?
Just let that sink in for a second. It's the ultimate trap, right? The very act of questioning it, that little voice in your head that says, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. That could actually be part of the fake memory, put there to make the whole thing feel more real, more authentic. Your doubt isn't a weapon against the manipulation, it's a feature of it.
So that leads us to the final, really important question here. If you can't trust being certain, and you can't even trust being doubtful, what's left? What is the one most terrifying sign that your story isn't your own anymore?
After all this, if a perfect edit leaves no fingerprints, what does that actually feel like? What is the single scariest sign of all?
And there it is. The most chilling sign is no sign at all. It's that feeling of complete, unshakable certainty that everything is okay. See, the perfect lie isn't the one that makes you question things. It's the one that makes you so sure of your own story, the thought of questioning it would never, ever cross your mind. Which leaves us with a pretty heavy final thought. How certain are you?